Hi, welcome to Film Finds. Today, we're diving into the thrilling world of post-apocalyptic cinema with our countdown of the top 10 most underrated post-apocalyptic movies. These hidden gems might not have hit mainstream fame. This is our picks for the top 10 most underrated post-apocalyptic movies. Number 10. Here Alone. In a genre dominated by massive destruction and non-stop action, Here Alone strips the apocalypse down to its most basic element: survival. Directed by Rod Blackhurst, the film follows a woman living in isolation after a global catastrophe, relying on scavenging and instinct to stay alive. What sets Here Alone apart is its quiet, almost meditative approach. There are no grand explanations or world-saving missions, just loneliness, paranoia, and the slow erosion of humanity. While it flew under the radar upon release, critics praised its grounded tone and emotional restraint. It's a reminder that the end of the world doesn't always come with explosions. Sometimes it comes with silence. Number 9. Z for Zachariah. Post-apocalyptic stories often focus on chaos, but Z for Zachariah is more interested in tension. Starring Chiwetel Ejiofor, Margot Robbie, and Chris Pine, the film explores what happens when three survivors cross paths after nuclear fallout wipes out most of humanity. Rather than leaning into spectacle, the movie builds suspense through shifting power dynamics, mistrust, and moral ambiguity. Despite solid performances and strong source material, it struggled to find an audience. Still, Z for Zachariah proves that sometimes the scariest part of the apocalypse is the people who survive it. Number 8. The Survivalist. If Mad Max shows chaos at full throttle, The Survivalist shows what happens when everything slows to a crawl. Written and directed by Stephen Fingleton, this bleak indie follows a man living alone in the forest after society collapses. What makes it unique is its ruthless realism. Food, trust, and human connection are all treated as scarce resources. The film received strong festival buzz but never broke into the mainstream. It's grim, uncompromising, and deeply unsettling. A post-apocalypse that feels uncomfortably plausible. Number 7. The Rover Set. In a decaying Australia 10 years after societal collapse, The Rover offers a world that's already given up. Directed by David Michôd and starring Guy Pearce and a surprisingly vulnerable Robert Pattinson, the film blends Western grit with existential dread. Unlike traditional post-apocalyptic movies, there's no hope of rebuilding here. Only survival driven by obsession and loss. Critics praised its atmosphere and performances, but its slow pace limited its reach. The Rover is less about the end of the world, and more about what's left inside people when everything else is gone. Number 6. A Boy and His Dog. Long before modern post-apocalyptic cinema found its voice, A Boy and His Dog was already pushing boundaries. Based on a story by Harlan Ellison, the film stars Don Johnson as a teenage scavenger navigating a nuclear wasteland alongside his telepathic dog. It's strange, satirical, and often disturbing, blending dark humor with social commentary in ways that still feel bold today. Initially divisive, it later became a cult classic that influenced countless films in the genre. Love it or hate it, this movie helped define what post-apocalyptic storytelling could be. Number 5. Stakeland. When vampires meet the apocalypse, Stakeland delivers something unexpectedly emotional. Directed by Jim Mickle, the film follows a young boy mentored by a hardened vampire hunter as they traverse a ruined America. What makes it stand out is how it combines monster horror with road movie intimacy and found family themes. Despite strong reviews, it never reached a wide audience outside genre fans. At its core, Stakeland is about survival, not just from creatures, but from despair. Number 4. Turbo Kid. Not all post-apocalyptic worlds are bleak, and Turbo Kid proudly proves it. A love letter to 1980s pop culture, BMX bikes, and VHS-era excess, this Canadian cult hit embraces neon colors and over-the-top violence. Set in a retro-futuristic wasteland, the film blends heartfelt coming-of-age storytelling with gleefully absurd action. While it didn't make waves at the box office, it exploded in cult popularity. Turbo Kid is proof that the end of the world can still be fun. Number 3. The Book of Eli. The Book of Eli looks like a stylish action film, but there's more going on beneath. Directed by the Hughes brothers and starring Denzel Washington, the film follows a lone traveler protecting a mysterious book across a ruined America. Its blend of spiritual themes, Western influences, and brutal action sets it apart from similar films. Though commercially successful, it's often overlooked in serious post-apocalyptic discussions. Revisited today, The Book of Eli feels richer and more thoughtful than it's given credit for. Number 2. The Road. Few films capture the emotional devastation of the apocalypse as completely as The Road. Based on Cormac McCarthy's novel, the film stars Viggo Mortensen as a father guiding his son through a dying world. What makes it unforgettable is its relentless bleakness. There are no villains to defeat, only suffering to endure. Critically acclaimed but emotionally taxing, it never became a mainstream favorite. The Road isn't entertainment, it's a haunting meditation on love when hope is gone. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Snowpiercer. It's wild to think that one of the most ambitious post-apocalyptic films of the decade was almost buried on release. Directed by Bong Joon-ho and starring Chris Evans, Snowpiercer imagines the last remnants of humanity trapped on a perpetually moving train. Layered social commentary, blending action, class struggle, and absurdist world building. Though initially mishandled in distribution, it later gained massive critical and cultural recognition. More than a survival story, Snowpiercer is a warning, and that's why it earns our top spot. And there you have it, folks. Our picks for the top 10 most underrated post-apocalyptic movies. These hidden gems are packed with intense action, gripping stories, and unforgettable characters that deserve a spot on your watch list. Which ones will you be adding to your queue? Let us know in the comments below.